receipt printed. Balance looked back at me. I stopped at an ATM just after midnight because I needed cash for the week. The street was empty, except for a taxi waiting at the corner, engine running, driver staring at nothing. The machine sat inside a small glass booth, fluorescent lights buzzing overhead, making everything feel colder than it was. I slid my card in, pressed the buttons, watched the loading circle spin. Funny how a few numbers on a screen can change your mood. Faster than a bad day, faster than good news. The machine counted bills, printed a receipt, and suddenly I was standing there doing math in my head again. Late night, receipt slip, money comes, money dips. Keep moving through the strain, I'll do it all again. Late night, cold screen, living somewhere in between. Keep pushing through the load, walking down the road. I folded the receipt and shoved it in my pocket like hiding it would change it. Across the street, a convenience store was still open. A guy stocking shelves looked more awake than I felt. I bought a bottle of water, nothing else. The cashier wished me a good night without looking up. Probably said it 100 times already on the way back outside. I noticed a guy sitting on a bicycle near the bus stop, scrolling through his phone, waiting for someone, or maybe avoiding someone. Hard to tell these days. Everybody standing somewhere between arrival and escape. Late night, receipt slip, money comes, money dips. Keep moving through the strain, do it all again. Late night, cold screen, living somewhere in between. Keep pushing through the load, walking down the road. I drove home through empty streets, passing apartment windows still glowing. Somebody working late, somebody watching TV, somebody probably staring at their own problems. The city never really sleeps, it just changes shifts. I got home and emptied my pockets onto the table. Keys, coins, the receipt. I looked at it one more time, then folded it smaller. Not because the numbers changed, because tomorrow still had to happen. And worrying tonight wasn't paying anything either. Late night, numbers fade. Another bill, another trade. Keep moving through the storm, trying to stay warm. Late night, street lights glow, where the money always goes. Keep rolling through the gray, find another way. Late night, one more climb, one more overtime. Keep walking through the doubt, you'll figure it out. Receipt to my wallet, morning on the horizon. Washer spinning. 2:14 a.m. I wasn't planning to do laundry that night, but the basket finally collapsed under its own weight. So here I am, standing inside a 24-hour laundromat, watching machines do all the work. The place smelled like detergent and old tile floors, rows of dryers humming in perfect rhythm like a factory making clean shirts instead of car parts. A guy near the window was folding work uniforms carefully, like he couldn't afford to do it handling Tuesday. Late night, bright glow. Round and round the cycles go. Keep waiting, kill the time. Another nickel, another dime. Late night, empty chairs. Everybody carrying cares. Keep moving through the blue. Got things to do. Got things to do. The vending machine near the entrance stole my dollar, then refused to explain itself. A teenager walked in carrying 2 giant trash bags full of clothes. Looked exhausted, probably coming from work, probably heading back tomorrow. The television in the corner played a game show with no sound, contestants celebrating things nobody here cared about. Outside, the rain tapped against the glass, cars passed every few minutes, headlights sliding across the floor, then disappearing. Funny how every place feels like an airport after midnight. People waiting, people leaving, nobody staying forever. Late night, bright glow. Round and round the cycles go. Keep waiting, kill the time. Another nickel, another dime. Late night, empty chairs. Everybody carrying cares. Keep moving through the blue. Got things to do. When the dryers finally stopped, the room felt strangely quiet, like somebody muted a conversation. I pulled warm clothes into a basket, steam rising into the fluorescent light. Across the room, the woman close to book, the guy finished folding uniforms. The teenager loaded another machine, everybody reaching a different finish line. I pushed the door open and stepped outside. Cold air hitting my face, the city still awake, the streets still shining from the rain, and somehow carrying clean laundry home felt like an accomplishment. Late night, machines rest, everybody doing their best. Keep pushing through the load, walking down the road. Late night, rain still falls, echoes through empty halls. Keep moving through the gray, find another way. Late night, one more chore, one more thing worth fighting for. Keep rolling till it's through. Tomorrow's waiting too. Laundry basket full. Night almost gone. Vending machine buzzing. 3:27 a.m. The break room looked exactly the same as it did 6 hours ago. Same plastic chairs, same coffee stains on the table, same clock moving slower than it should. I leaned against the vending machine waiting for a snack to drop. The spiral turned, stopped halfway, and left my chips hanging there. Of course it did. The warehouse was still alive outside the door. Forklifts backing up, pallets moving, radios crackling with instructions nobody fully heard. A guy from shipping walked in rubbing his eyes, grabbed an energy drink, said long night, like it was breaking news. We both laughed, because what else are you gonna do? Night shift, still awake, same road, different break. Keep moving through the grind, leave the daylight behind. Night shift, cold machine, living somewhere in between. Keep pushing through the load, walking down the road. Back on the floor, the scanner kept missing barcodes, making everybody do things twice. The supervisor looked stressed, trying not to show it. You can always tell people talk faster when they're worried. The loading dock doors open, cold air rushing through the building. For a second it felt good, like somebody opened a window inside your head. A truck driver signed paperwork at the front desk. Didn't say much, just nodded, picked up another load and disappeared into the dark. Everybody's moving something, boxes, problems, expectations. Just different weight. Night shift, still awake. Same road, different break. Keep moving through the grind. Leave the daylight behind. Night shift, cold machine. Living somewhere in between. Keep pushing through the load. Walking down the road. Around 5:30, the energy changes. Not because the work gets easier, because sunrise starts negotiating with the darkness. The sky outside loading dock 7 turned gray, then silver, then pale blue. A few workers started talking about breakfast. A few talked about sleep, a few talked about bills. Same conversations, different voices. I looked across the warehouse, rows of shelves stretching forever, and realized we'd spent the whole night building a day most people would never see. Then the whistle sounded, and everybody started heading for the exit. Night shift. Night shift. Night shift. Night shift. Night shift. Morning near. Watch the darkness disappear. Keep rolling through the years, through the sweat and fears. Night shift, sunrise glow, where the hours always go. Keep moving, don't explain. Tomorrow comes again. Night shift, one more round. Boots scraping on the ground. Keep walking through the light. Back again tonight. Vending machine humming. Shift finally over. Coffee machine hissing. 3:06 a.m. The diner sat between a gas station and an empty car wash, like it had been forgotten by time. The neon sign outside lost a few letters years ago, but somehow everybody still knew the place. I pushed through the front door, bell ringing above my head. The waitress looked up from a crossword puzzle, gave a tired smile, and pointed toward any seat I wanted. Easy choice. The booth by the window, the one nobody else seemed interested in. Outside, the highway kept moving. Inside, the clock barely did. I ordered coffee, not because I wanted it, because that's what people do in places like this. Another way. A truck driver sat 3 booths away, reading something on his phone, shaking his head every few minutes, like the world kept giving him bad updates. started changing around 4:30. Not brighter, just less dark. The kind of difference you only notice if you're looking for it. The delivery truck pulled into the parking lot, boxes heading inside. Beginning another day before the last one fully ended. I paid the bill, left a tip and stood outside for a second. Cold air, empty road. First signs of morning showing up at the edges. The diner behind me, the highway ahead. Some nights don't give answers, just enough space to hear your own thoughts. Late night, morning near, watching darkness disappear. Keep moving through the years, through the doubts and fears. Late night, neon fades, memories and yesterdays. Keep pushing through the climb, one day at a time. Late night, one more road, one more heavy load. Keep walking through the light, back into the fight. Coffee cup empty.